Welcome to the concept update for build 1.15 of Moonlight House. It is Retro Yuki, and today I'm going to be showing you guys what's going to happen in Moonlight House, what my ideas are for this particular world, and some other cool stuff that I'm going to show off down the line. But before we get to the Moonlight House, we actually have to take a look at something that I'm working on as a side. Get ready for build 1.15, and that is this. Now, this, my friends, is actually just a small map, but you're going to notice something about it that you're not familiar with. These boxes are something part of a PvP system, and this PvP system was made by this particular person in VR chat, MMMaellon. I hope I'm saying that right. If I say this wrong, I apologize. This particular person made the P shooters PvP system, and I would like to say thank you to this person for making this happen. Here's what it looks like when it comes to the arena, quotation marks on arena, because it's just a box. As you guys can see, I'm gonna actually show you guys in VR chat right now how it actually looks like, because I actually have two VR chats open for this particular occasion. As you can see, the one on the left is controlling the left one, the left Luna, because I have two Lunas here. The one on the right is controlling, of course, the other Luna. As you can see, I am moving Luna 2, and now I'm going to be moving Luna 1. So I'm going to explain what's going on this particular map and how it could be implemented in Moonlight House. And it could be implemented today. I'll explain how in a moment. So as you can see, I have this blue box. This blue box is considered to be what they call the safe zone. So if, for example, Luna 2, let's say, attempts to shoot down Luna 1, as you can see, I cannot do it. That is a safe zone. Okay? So no matter what you do in here, you're not gonna hurt Luna 1 in this blue box. And as you can see, the gun went up and down. Technically, it's supposed to go down up, but I accidentally messed up the animation for the reload, but it is reloading. As you can see, now if I have Luna 1 step out of the blue into green or red, I can actually take her down. If I can aim correctly. There we go. As you can see, I took her down. Now, if you take her down for another opponent, the player will go back to a particular spot that you put them on the map. Normally the spawn zone. Now, what else is here? Well, we have this box. If you look up, pay attention on the left side, you're going to notice that this box is actually a teleporter. Now, you can tell where you're going to teleport actually because of these white circles. These white circles are actually where you're going to end up. One of them. Because this is actually a random teleporter that is going to teleport you to one of these five circles. Let's see where I go. I got this one. Let's say for another one is this one right here. So it's random every time. And you can use this to your advantage with your opponent if you try to implement random. And you can put as many circles as you want on a map. But don't just put them anywhere. You have to put them in particular spots to make it fun as a PvP. Then I'm going to show you with Luna 2 the red box. The red box is a no-no. The red box is a damage zone. As you can see, there you go. The blue bar is actually the shield. It's like in Call of Duty. So you can recover over time within 2 to 3 seconds based on if you don't get hit or anything like that. Remember, don't hit the red on now. Now, a little bit of a tidbit I've noticed when I was testing. If you try to hit this box, this part right here, you see how Luna's left foot is inside the red, but she's not taking damage. The reason for this is it's not in her hitbox. Her left foot is not in the hitbox. But at the moment that you tilt your mouse or your controller toward the red box, watch the hand right here. That's in the hitbox. That little part of the hand is in the hitbox for the character. For Luna, she will hit. So she will take damage once you hit this part right here. If you move a little more in, obviously you can take more damage there. So right there is the line, like literally the left foot on the line, halfway up the line. That's like that's like a safety, a little bit of a safety net. But don't trust the safety net because this is only in testing mode for a square map. So that's how that looks. Now, if you take down a player here, you always go back to the safe zone. As you can see there. Now, what are these green things over here? Well, if for some reason you take damage, which you will, we have healing items here. I'm gonna heal Luna too here. As you can see, I am healing, and you can heal your shield too. Countdown is about 3 seconds until those respawn, as you can see there. Now, what else do you need to know? Let's talk about the damage. So right now, if we go back to my Unity, now keep in mind if you want this system, I'm actually gonna be doing a tutorial series for this particular system from P shooters because I don't think I saw one. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and jump outside, quotation mark, on outside, and go ahead and make a tutorial series. So this pea shooter is a 25 damage on this particular weapon. So the base speed boost multiplier is 2. The starting ammo is 30. So I can change this in any update if I want to. In addition, if I decided to go for it, you can actually have an upgrade according to the main project. By main project, I mean the original pea shooter example. You can have an upgrade including bonus health points, bonus shield, and bonus speed. Although I'm not going to implement that until I am prepared to do so. I can change this anytime I want to like 20 or like 10 or like 5 or like 1. Don't do 1 because that's gonna be a boring game. It can also change some options including auto reload and up reload or down reload. Like you point the weapon down in order to reload. Thinking other games. You can also have a scope in this. Albeit I do need to figure out how to do that. So like for those of you who play Call of Duty, you can do like ADS. And the way ADS works in this particular main project is Alt key, but don't actually do that when you play Moonlight House because I have to learn how to do that first before you can press Alt. So if you're on keyboard, now let's go back to our little game here. Well, get the other one too. Let's talk about that hitbox because I know for sure if you're gonna have PvP, you better know about hitbox. The hitbox. Let's take a look at Luna's hitbox, as in this particular character. So I'm gonna have a weapon with Luna 2, and I'm gonna attack Luna 1. Let's take a look at the box. You see how it covers most of her body, right? I'm gonna wait for her to recover though. So we can do this correctly. I'm gonna unarm this arm on Luna 1. Okay, go ahead and do this. Let's look at the box. The box covers most of her body area. You can, however, do headshot. Now, what happens if you try to hit the feet or the shoes or whatever? It does not work because that's not the hitbox. Her feet are actually not in the hitbox, which is interesting. But her legs are, if I aim correctly. Yep, I was right. Her legs are in the hitbox because when you hit the out, there's an outline like a cylinder or collider, if you will, to show you that point. Now I'm gonna switch characters with Luna 1. Luna 1 is gonna become shady. But keep in mind that if I test this again, I become shady. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Go ahead and switch characters with Luna 1. We could go to shady. Let's see her hitbox because it might change. Keep in mind with the new VR chat update, there's something called scaling where you can actually change the size of your avatar. Bro, let's check out that to see if the hitbox actually changes because it might. But first, let's take a look at the hitbox when it comes to shady. Let's see if my theory of the feet not going in the box and her legs are in the box is correct. So let's attack her first. So the feet is going to be not in the box. Her legs though are. If I can attack correctly. Yeah, I got it right. Yep, the legs are in the box, the feet are not. So I accidentally went overboard and got her, so I'm gonna go back to my original spot. Now what I'm going to is what happens if I use avatar scaling. Does the hitbox change? We're about to find out. So what I'm gonna do is go to my menu. I'm actually gonna have Luna 1 look way up. I'm gonna have to hopefully grab this. No, never mind. By the way, if you leave your weapon out too long, it goes back to the original spot of spawn where I put it in. So that's a little something to worry about. I'm going to resize Shady, but I'm going to have Luna look up for a moment. So what I'm going to do is hold R on my keyboard. This is brand new in the update. So expressions, go to quick actions, go to avatar height. We're going to go all the way up to 2.83. Note, yep, 2.83. One more, a little bit more. Let's go to 3 meter. 3.16, 316. Austin. 316. Stone Cold Steve Austin number. Okay, now, question would be, let's see how the hitbox changes. Does the hitbox change based on avatar size? We're about to find out. We're gonna attack the feet first. The legs now. Nope. The avatar, the avatar height does not that is not different. Does not matter. The legs are still in the hitbox. Let's see the quills. Yes, they're in the hitbox. Let's actually wait for her to heal though. Let me actually heal with Luno too, with Shady here. If I can aim correctly. There we go. Let's see the hitbox again to see the quills. The quills are not actually in the box. Nope. Even if I aim correctly, the quills are not in the hitbox. Which is what about the bangs? Yep, no. No, it's not. Because the collider says body, legs, that's it. Let's see the hands though. Yep, there we go. There's your hitbox. It will flash a little bit. Show you guys, hey, you got a hit. Good job. Okay. Now I'm gonna return Shady to her normal, respectable size before before everybody gets the incorrect idea. So hold R, right. There we go. It would be funny to see an arena full of giant Shadies attacking each other with a weapon battle. That would be funny. Now, how is the arena designed? Now, this is just a sample arena, so this is not going to be like a full thing here. But you may have noticed something in particular, something in particular of this design. It's grass, and we have this area. I was supposed to put thorns, but I didn't want to pay like $10 by just to find thorns. Why am I thinking of thorns? It's because of the Wolf Ventures VR chat roleplay series we're doing. What happened to Francis the Wolf? Oh, that's right. His energy was drained, right? Look at what I just put in the red box. This is exactly what happened. His energy was drained in this red box. That's how cool that I could make this. But now let's talk about how am I going to implement this in a Moonlight House scenario? Because I know for sure that is what everybody's looking forward to, the Moonlight House 1.15. So let's take a look at Moonlight House area. Now I'm not gonna run this because I already have VR chat running for that example. I want to present something that I decided to move up here. As you can see, I decided to change a few things. Number one, there is no more road system, no more freeway system. Well, there is, except I might change my plan. I'll explain why. But as you can see here, this particular map, like this particular area, that is the village area now. I decided to make like free roadways and walkways. We have noticed that there's two new buildings that came up. We have this building on the top left corner, and that is going to be the movie theater. And we have this upcoming building, which is to be announced. What's going to happen though is in Pokemon, if you play Pokemon, which I hope you have, because I played Pokemon as a kid, there are no when you play in Pokemon, in I don't think you ever drive a car. So what's going to happen instead is we're going to treat this as a Pokemon scenario, and what's going to happen is instead of being instead of having the Moonlight Park over here, I'm going to actually move it inside of this box square area somewhere. But that does not mean I'm not going to include a road system. That's because of this. That's because of this over here. This, my friends, is going to be the beginnings of Kyle Avenue. So houses and all that good stuff. Over here, we have what could be the airport. I'm still thinking about it if I'm gonna move it closer or farther. But I don't want to just do that just because. That's not my goal here. My goal is to introduce something cool. What's going to be over here, however, this right here is a new parking garage. Now, a few ideas came into mind. There is grass on this parking garage, and there is a way to get up here. All you have to do is take the stairs. So why am I pointing out grass on or like a mini garden on top of parking structure like this? Well, a few ideas. There's actually benches on this thing, and you could actually just introduce a park on top of this parking structure. Get it? Parking structure. Anyway, there's stairs, and you can actually get up here right here. This is this is from the parking lot if you wanted to. And then there's a park up here. Now, whatever happened to the idea of Crimson Rose Avenue, Crimson Rose Garden? That's still in the play. That's actually still in play. The only difference is how I'm going to implement the thing. That's Kyle Avenue over here. This is going to be the village. That's the airport. And somewhere over to the right or to the left, considering where I'm going to put that thing, is going to be Crimson Rose Garden. Now, Crimson Rose Garden might even have something called the Crimson Rose Arena, which brings me back to the PvP aspect. A few things in mind that I could implement as soon as today, and it might be up today. I'm gonna be doing a trial run. Don't don't take this like that is gonna be a full project thing because what I'm really doing is copy and pasting the entire project, but I'm going to turn it into a PvP. So basically saying, if I get lucky today, uh, considering what's going to happen tomorrow with Hurricane Hillary, I'm going to be able to implement a PvP map based on not kindness, Moonlight Village. Keep in mind though that the way PvP is going to work in Moonlight Village is I'm going to be using the teleport system, which we can with this one. I'm just going to use one because I don't need both. Which is this box right here. You can teleport to a random circle. Now, keep in mind, however, that what I'm going to do if it's going to be PvP is everybody is going to spawn in a safe zone somewhere in the village. The catch is you're not going to know where you land once you hit that box. You could land, let's say, right here at Kyle Avenue. You could land right here in the movie theater. You could land right there in the airport. You could land right here, future Crimson Rose Avenue. You could even land in the arena. So you never know. But there's a thing I'm doing. This is just to promote the PvP idea. Here's what else I'm thinking of now that I thought about it. This is going to become what I call Moonlight Village RP, meaning I'm going to turn this into an RP world, a role play world, like it is already. Okay, Moonlight Village. However, what I'm going to do, hopefully within the next 24 hours, is I'm going to copy and paste this project, but make it a new world called Moonlight Village PvP. So what's going to happen is Kyle Avenue and the airport is not going to be built yet. I'm going to wait until I feel confident. So Kyle Avenue and the airport will not be hard to build. So don't worry about that. What is going to happen instead is we're gonna have a PvP version of Moonlight Village. The only thing I have to do is copy and paste, and then try to make a way. Well, try to put some spawn points on the map for you guys to play with. Keep in mind, however, that Moonlight House is not the only one that's getting a PvP treatment. Remember, I said that there is going to be a Crimson Rose Arena. Crimson Rose Arena is going to be a map on a section of Moonlight House PvP RP, but it's also going to be made into its own arena world. So this is going to be branching off Moonlight House RP. Kyle Avenue is the only one that I'm thinking is not going to be part of PvP right now. Just because it's Kyle Avenue. The only reason why Crimson Rose gets one is obviously based on what happened in the Wolf Ventures. He attacked Francis the Wolf. Therefore, we're gonna treat this as a PvP. That's how it's gonna be. But the story behind, um, let's say there's gonna be a story behind the PvP editions of the maps. The map is gonna be looking a little bit more different for a weapons game. Let's just say that way. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. What I will tell you is that um, the atmosphere is gonna match once it's done. Moonlight House PvP is gonna have the story of how there was let's just say that for some reason Crimson Rose and her army invaded Moonlight House. What and then whatever happens there and it happens. And then we turned it into a PvP. That's how it's gonna be. Now, one more thing I want to touch on. I do want to clarify one thing. The weapons here are actually weapons from the asset store, the Unity asset store. These are free. Okay, these are actually free. Now, when it comes to weapons, what you will get, I'm gonna try to put a variety into them because right now I only have the three burst weapons here. The burst weapons is what they called. Let me just make sure what it's on. Yeah, it's called a burst rifle. That's what it's called. So you get a 3 round, three per, three per hit, three per hit, if you will. So goes it goes and then like that's how it sounds. Okay, so it's 3 round, three hit, three thing, three hits like that. It goes like this. So it's three if you hit, of course. That's three. That's a burst. So single fire like a pistol would be a what? Excuse me, would be a one, for example. But for now, let's just leave it at that because there's many ideas to come. That's all for this concept update. I hope you guys are excited for Build 1.15 of Moonlight House. Hopefully, you guys are excited about the PvP elements. I cannot wait to present it to you soon. I'm very excited. And which map are you looking forward to in PvP action? Moonlight Village, Crimson Rose, Crimson Rose Garden, or maybe even the airport. Don't worry, I'm not gonna copy Terminal. That's all for now. We'll see you guys soon, and we'll see you guys very soon for our next update. Hopefully.